The king wanted to marry his daughter. The princess couldn't accept this. So she put on a donkey skin and fled to a farm in a neighboring country where she did the dirtiest and most exhausting work. No one wanted to get close to her. People assumed that under the donkey skin she had an ugly, repulsive face. What they didn't know was that not only was she incredibly beautiful, but the donkey skin she wore was a priceless treasure. When the donkey was alive, it lived in a luxurious room and had 2 soldiers guarding it. It ate grass, but it pulled treasures made of gold, silver, and jewels, contributing greatly to the kingdom. The king loved this donkey, but he loved his daughter even more. In fact, he even wanted to marry her. The king and the queen had once been deeply in love, expecting to grow old together. But the queen fell seriously ill and no doctor could help. The king was deeply saddened. He even considered sacrificing his life to save her. But despite his efforts, the queen passed away. The king had never felt such pain and his world seemed to fall apart. His ministers urged him to remarry because the kingdom needed a successor. The king was persuaded, but he couldn't forget the queen's final wish. If he remarried, it must be someone even more beautiful than the queen. Ministers searched for princesses from all over, but none had the queen's charm. Then the king discovered that his daughter had grown up. Not only was she stunningly beautiful, but she was even smarter than the queen. This ignited a fiery passion in the king. He decided that he would marry his own daughter. The princess was horrified when she heard this. She knelt before her father, begging him to withdraw his decision. But the king insisted that his desire was right. Desperate, the princess turned to her fairy godmother for help. The fairy godmother told her that marrying her father was a sin. To prevent such a tragedy, she should ask the king for an impossible wish. For example, she could ask for a dress as blue as the sky. So the princess told the king that she would not marry unless he made her a dress as blue as the sky. The king, thrilled, immediately summoned the kingdom's best seamstresses to make the dress, setting a deadline. If they failed, they would be killed. Under immense pressure, the seamstresses quickly created a perfect dress. Its shimmering blue truly resembled the sky. The princess was stunned. Then the fairy godmother appeared. She hadn't expected the plan to fail, so she told the princess to ask for a second dress, this one as beautiful as the moon. The king could not refuse his daughter's request, and once again he ordered the seamstresses to work overnight. By morning, the dress as beautiful as the moon was completed. This made the princess waver, even considering marrying the king. The fairy godmother quickly stopped her, telling her to ask for one more dress. This one as bright as the sun. She thought this would be the challenge that would defeat the king. However, the seamstresses finished it in half a day, and a golden dress radiant like the sun was ready. The princess was speechless with surprise. The fairy godmother then told the princess to ask for the last thing, the donkey skin that could pull treasures. She promised the king that this would be the final wish. The donkey was the economic foundation of the kingdom. The king hesitated, but in order to marry his daughter, he reluctantly agreed. That night, the donkey skin was delivered to the princess. She was touched and started to feel that maybe marrying the king wouldn't be so bad. But the fairy godmother persuaded her to abandon this foolish thought. She told the princess to put on the donkey skin, take the 3 dresses in a chest, and escape from the palace. The princess climbed into the carriage the fairy godmother had prepared, and they sped toward a neighboring country.